As part of my ongoing series exploring the Dutch alphabet, we are today looking at the last two letters. I can't believe we finally arrived. And those letters are the letters A, Y, and Zet, Z, the last two letters of the Dutch alphabet. I'm actually a little bit sad to have arrived at this point. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploration. So without further ado, let's get started. For the letter A, Y, I think of the IJsselmeer, which I have unfortunately pronounced as Donkey Lake, Donkey Lake too many times, IJsselmeer. Forgive me for that. I guess it's more like IJsselmeer. Guys, help me out with that. It's a large lake in the Netherlands. It used to be part of the Zuiderzee, and the Dutch are such an industrious bunch. They managed to, can you imagine, seal off the Zuiderzee, the wild, turbulent Zuiderzee, and create a lake out of it, the IJsselmeer. I also think, of course, of the IJ itself, the river, the mighty river, which flows through Amsterdam, separating the city center from Amsterdam Nord. And for me, though, my favorite I is really Aisha, which is ice cream. Who doesn't love a delicious, refreshing ice cream on a hot summer day, or really any day of the year for that matter? I think of a wonderful family-owned ice cream parlor here in Haarlem called Garone, which has been in business for many years. And there is another popular ice cream parlor in the city of Bloemendaal, which is just outside of Haarlem. And in the center strip there of the city, you will find that very popular ice cream parlor. So I can recommend those two. And of course, they're everywhere in every city. You will find ice cream parlors. So my favorite A is Aisha. Now, last but not least, the final letter of the Dutch alphabet, the letter Z, the letter Z. To begin my litany of great Zet words in Dutch, I'm going to start with the most controversial of all, and that is Zwarte Piet, Black Pete. And I'm not even going to touch it with a 10-foot pole, except to say that it is sometimes a bit controversial, especially for people outside of the Netherlands, I think, looking in. But the Zwarte Pieten, the Black Peets, are helpers of Sinterklaas on the 5th of December, which is a holiday here, a wonderful festive holiday here in the Netherlands. And the Zwarte Pieten are associated with that holiday. Related to that is the word zwart itself, which is simply the word for black. And that is very commonly heard here in the city of Haarlem because of the benedenwoning and the bovenwoning construction, which is really a combination in one building of a downstairs house, the benedenwoning, and the upstairs house, bovenwoning. And within the one building, you have two separate doors, entrances, one leading to the downstairs house, the benedenwoning, and one door leading to the upstairs house, which is usually two floors. So that's the benedenwoning and the bovenwoning, and they distinguish those two by referring to them as zwart, black, and rood, red. So the beneden is zwart, and the boven, the upstairs, is rood. Let's move on with the other sets. So some others are zirkel, which is a favorite of mine. That's just sauerkraut, commonly used in the dish, the stamppot here, which is the mashed potatoes and vegetable dish, very common to the Netherlands and is often served with sauerkraut or zirkel. Another great set are zwanen, the swans, because you will see them in Dutch cities gliding along certain bodies of water. And if I think of a couple of place names, there are a few that begin with Z, and one is Zaandam, which is a city very near Amsterdam, and it's famous for the Zaanse windmill village, which is another Z, Zaanse. And whew, as difficult as that is to pronounce, it is very popular with visitors to the Netherlands, and I recommend it. It's worth seeing as a tourist. It is very touristic, but it does contain within one relatively small area some historical windmills and an old, if not the original, Albert Heijn grocery store, which has been transplanted, relocated to this park. And they have workshops there on, making wooden shoes and cheese and chocolate and certain other things associated with the Netherlands. So that's Zaanse, and that's just outside of Zaandam, two great Z words. And another one, beginning with the letter Z or Z, is Zandvoort. And that is a coastal town not far from Haarlem and a place that I often cycle to just along the North Sea. Well worth a visit. And it's associated with the racing track there where the Formula One takes place every year now for some years, while that contract is associated there with Zandvoort. So you can go and see Max Verstappen racing his Formula One car in Zandvoort. Another great set city is Zwolle, which is a city in Overijssel, known for its medieval center and modern sustainability projects. It's a city that I really thought was very beautiful when I visited, so I can recommend that. A region here in the Netherlands worth mentioning is Zeeland, Sealand, I guess you would say, and that's the southwestern province here in the Netherlands, famous for its beaches and its flood defenses. There's a whole network of locks there that have been built by the Dutch to keep our feet dry, and that's worth seeing. It's really an extraordinary engineering feat, frankly, in Zeeland. And for me, though, I'm going to say that my favorite set is Zuid-Holland, which is a province here in the Netherlands, part of the Randstad, and it's home to cities like The Hague and Rotterdam and Leiden. And so it's also very beautiful in terms of the dunes that course the whole coastline of the Zuid-Holland. And it's just south of Noord-Holland. So for me, it's quite easy to cycle to and through. So that would be my favorite set. And I wonder if you have some favorite sets of your own. And if you do, I hope you'll let me know in the comments below. My friends, we have come to the end of this series exploring the Dutch alphabet. What a journey it's been. We've covered so many people, places, and things along the way, beginning with the letters of A and B and Se in the beginning, all the way through to the letter Z in this installment, the letter Z. And it's been a lot of fun. I've had so much fun exploring some of my favorite things and learning as I go from your comments, because you have tipped me in certain directions and told me about some of your favorite things beginning with various letters. So it really has been such a great way to engage with you. I really want to thank you again for all of your comments. They really do mean so much to me, and they keep the channel going. So thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for the likes, by the way. The likes really help the channel a lot, so thank you for liking the videos if you like them. And I look forward to speaking with you again soon, obviously on different subjects, but we will stay tuned and I will be back in touch. Until then, tot ziens.